Alright, another game coming up here. I'm running Oloro again against Damia, the Sage of Stone. Definitely one of the best commanders. I actually have a Damia deck. I haven't used it in ages. Maybe I should go back and revisit my Damia deck. I haven't looked at it in a long time. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, just, I mean, you can guess all the cards that are in this thing for the most part. It's just typical black, blue, good stuff. A little bit of green acceleration. Usual suspects. Definitely plays best as a control deck. I'm going first at least here. My draw is okay. And actually I'm going to be on the Winter Orb plan here. It's pretty effective against Damia. Damia is basically Necropotent, so one thing that beats Necro is Winter Orb. It's going to come down to whether or not he draws fast mana, and I'm certainly not drawing fast mana. Deathrite Shaman. Gonna look and see. So we've got Chromatic Lantern, Shrine, Talisman. Alright, well, we're definitely going to shuffle away at least one of those. Chromatic Lantern, though. Nice play here. Kill that guy. So, my plan is hoping that he taps out on turn 3, and I'm thinking, like, cast Cultivate or something. That would be so awesome. Instead, he casts something much better, which is copying my thing. But, regardless, I have something even better. Crucible. And this seems like a very good play right here. Basically, I know I can hit a land drop every single turn. I've got nothing going on. And this should slow him down, and I'm going to be developing at double the speed. Plus with top out, and the ability to fetch, I can definitely hunt for other artifacts. He's just chilling here. There's one right away, which is pretty nice. Just going to play another one right here. End of turn, Vampire Tutor. Alright. And he is about to kick me in the balls. Right about now. Ugh. Prophet of Crufix. Alright, this is called Desperation Impulse. Not really sure for what. Like, if there was a Force of Will on top, I would have kept it and then drew a card with the top in the vain hope of getting a blue card to stop this. Because that would have been basically contesting the game. Otherwise, man, I am screwed. Ugh, horrible. Well, we're going to take Demonic Tutor, right? Because it's better than all those. Prophet. Unbelievable. So now he's under Winter. I'm under Winter Orb, not him. Drew Cyclonic Rift, which is kind of good. So we're tutoring. Now, what the hell do you tutor for? Well, the benefit of this Prophet guy, or the drawback I should say, is that it only untaps your lands on your opponent's turn, which means that if you tap out on your turn with the assumption that you're going to be able to untap immediately and your opponent bounces your Prophet, you can actually still get trapped under Orb. So that is my plan here. What is the best thing that cements that position? Keep in mind I only have 2 mana. And he could likely be playing something right away here. At the end of my turn with his 5 available. Lots of good choices. But not for the mana available. And I figure, you know what? I am terrified of him playing this guy. I've already got Rift. So we're going to try to set that up to the best of our ability, which means that there's only one choice. Big Blueness, Mana Drain. And end of turn, sure enough. Why he didn't play this in response to my Demonic Tutor is beyond me. Maybe he just wanted to hide more information. But I am so glad that I got Mana Drain. So now he's actually, his turn is, well, somewhat useless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 1 short. God, Vraska. Ugh. He had the Mana Drain, or they had the Crypt also. And he blows up my Crucible, which honestly isn't that terrible. I was almost more worried about him killing one of the artifacts. I was kind of secretly hoping he would kill a Winter Orb, but I think he's too good of a player for that. He hits me. So here we go. How screwed am I? Fortunately, Prophet does not, it's not like the Muse. It doesn't untap all your permanents. So that means that he can't actually flash out his big guy, and that's extremely critical. So I've drawn 4 mana, and I top deck Metamorph. Absolutely awesome. Because my opponent has the Prophet in play, and he can't use Vraska right now. And I have just... Oh, that's right. That's right. I made a horrible play here. I miscounted. God, and of course there's a workshop on top too, so if I had peeked, I could have done this all in one turn. It's like I somehow thought that I had workshop in play. Anyway, I miscounted. I thought that I had enough mana to play this guy and play the Metamorph, which would have left me in a perfect position with 7 untapped lands to just utterly wreck him. But unfortunately I didn't, and as soon as I saw this, well, I saw workshop on top, so at least I know I can cast a Metamorph off that, but I felt I'd probably just lost the game right there. So he pumps up Vraska once. He casts 3 visits. Fortunately, he didn't top deck anything good there. End of turn. What do we see? Ooh, quite interesting. Future Sight with top out. Well, untap 1 land. They're all the same pretty much. So yeah, we're going to draw a card here, since I know that I'm going to be able to play. He has no cards in his hand, so I know that I'm going to be able to play this thing regardless and get all my lands back. Metamorph comes down on Prophet. And then I realize Oloro can attack here. This puts him in kind of a bad position, because he really wants, of course, to flash out Damia, but he can't flash out Damia and get a good block, because this guy's got 5 toughness. And I really want to kill Vraska off so he can't kill the Prophet. So as it turns out, he just lets me kill this guy. Kind of nice. One problem solved. And then at end of turn, Damia. But before he gets to draw 7, bouncy bouncy. So beautiful. And now I'm untapped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He just doesn't like to cast his guy. So yeah, I know that 2 of the top cards are crap. I figured the 3rd one might be good, but better to reshuffle away and look at 3 random ones, and that doesn't cost me any mana. I think this is still at end of turn. The Abyss, Karn Liberated, and Strip Mine. I don't actually think that's what was on top of my deck. Maybe it was, actually. I don't remember. I don't think so, though. No, it wasn't a Strip Mine. Yeah, I didn't play a Strip Mine, and that certainly wasn't Karn. I wonder what the thing will let me do here. I drew a bunch of cards. Yeah, none of this stuff appeared. It's just making up cards now. Can't believe the bug replays still happen. Oh well. Anyway, what happened here was that he had 1 card in his hand, and I made this awesome play. If you notice, I have Mana Drain and Swords in my graveyard, and I drew a bunch of cards off the top, and eventually flipped over Yawgmoth's Will. And I played Yawgmoth's Will, and I was certain that he would cast his Damia in his hand in response, but he didn't. He let it resolve. So then I Swords to Plowshare the Prophet. He responded by casting Damia at that point, and I played the Mana Drain from the graveyard to Mana Drain Damia. So then, not only did it kill it, but his Prophet was dead, and now he was completely stuck under Winter Orb. And yeah, that was basically it. And then I got to untap again with the Prophet going, and I had a counter spell sitting on top of my deck, and a huge Mana Drain buff as well from 7 mana off Damia. And yeah, he knew it was basically over, and that was it. Anyway, pretty cool game. I made that mistake early on where I didn't copy his guy, but it actually wound up working out pretty well because I had the offense to kill off Vraska. Pretty fantastic. Although I guess I could have summoned my guy as an instant anyway afterward with the untapped mana. But pretty cool game. Was definitely looking extremely dire after the whole tutor for Prophet under Winter Orb and then cast Glenelendra Archmage as an instant. But The Oloro deck pulled it out with timely tutoring. More games to come. Hopefully they're not bugged, and I hope you enjoyed that one. See you soon.